What's going on, folks? Life Lessons with Juvy. I am your host, as always, unless it's your first time, JuvyThaKid. Hit me up on all social media platforms except, Facebook and Tumblr and LinkedIn and fuck, I guess not everyone. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Periscope at JuvyThaKid, JuvyThaKid. I know what you're thinking. The stash isn't all extra twisty and stuff today. I don't know. Just had kind of a lazy chill day. Not too much laziness though. Did get my workout in and everything. So, not too bad. But let's get into the topics. Dean Wild. Touch on horoscopes. Smiley face. Do you believe in them or not? No, I don't. I think, I don't know. I think it's a kind of like a, it's kind of like an out there, like, thought to have, you know what I mean? Like, the stars align and I don't know. Like, I don't know. I could be bullshit, but, I just feel like horoscopes say very, like, vague things that, like, you could really say to, like, anybody, and it'll either, like, plant the seed for, like, those thoughts. Like, you'll have, what is it? Like, you'll have a project on the 13th that's going to require a critical decision. You might not, though. But it's one of those things, like, if you read that, the 12th comes, you realize that the 13th is tomorrow, you remember your horoscope, you're going to spend the whole day kind of, like, wondering what that decision is, or whatever it is. I just think, horoscopes, it's easy, like, it's like fortune cookies or, like, TV psychics, you know what I mean? It's very easy to say kind of, like, vague things, like, you need, like, on the 14th to the 16th, you'll have to decide who's worth your time. Like, well, you should be doing that anyway. Like, you should be figuring out who's worth your time or whatever it is anyway, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think they just say, like, very vague things, that you can kind of, like, apply to yourself, you know what I mean? I've read my own horoscopes a lot of the time. I'm a Scorpio, like, if anyone out there is wondering, I don't know. But yeah, like, I've read mine and they've been, like, totally off, but I've also read some where I'm like, oh, that's pretty fucking close. But it's all very vague, like, statements, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing, like, really concrete. It's kind of like, you know, I don't know. They deal, like, too much in just kind of like, well, this could happen or that could happen. Like, I don't know. When it keeps saying, like, to this or whatever, like, this will happen, you will do this. It's like, well, let's fucking pump the brakes. Because that doesn't necessarily, like, mean that is going to happen to me. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I don't believe them, but it's, if somebody was able to, not debate, but, like, if someone was able to kind of, like, present them in a more, like, logical kind of, like conversation, I'm not married to the idea that they are, like, 100% bullshit and, like, if the stars align somehow it benefits us or doesn't. Like, I'm not gonna say that that's all 100% bullshit. And just for right now, I don't really believe it. Which is weird because I do believe, like, the universe and stuff does hold the reasons for a lot of things. But I don't know. Next topic. Loyalist city photos. Share with us something positive or uplifting that you've recently seen, heard, or experienced. I don't know, because I always, like, try and seek that stuff out on social media or whatever it is. I shared this video on my Instagram. I think it was, like, last week. This little girl had a foster dog, and she was singing, like, "You Are My Sunshine" to it. One, the little girl was, like, she was actually a really good singer. But two, like, the dog's got its leg on, like, just, like, they're holding each other, they're cuddling, she's singing to it, and, like, just, if you watch that and you don't feel better about, like, this world, I don't know, just come on. Like, it was so beautiful. And, like, after she was done singing, she kisses the dog on the nose, gives it a big hug, like, it got me right in the teary-eyed feel spots. But it was it's such a beautiful thing. What else? Oh, something that always makes me laugh. There's these two guys on Instagram. They're, like, best friends. Dan Rue and Nick Paddywhack. And you guys might have come across their videos. Dan will be dancing and everything. And Nick will be like, yeah, baby, we laugh. Oh, damn, what is you doing back there, baby? I don't know. Those guys always make me smile and always make me laugh. But no, that video of the little girl singing to her dog, that's too much. It was, so beautiful. So beautiful. Lil homie 127. Ways to tell yourself it is okay to make a mistake and push on. We've all been there one time or another. What are your go-to strategies? You just did. You just said it in your topic, man. We've all been there at one time or another. Like, if I meet somebody and they're like, oh, I've never like really made like a serious mistake, we're probably not gonna have a lot to talk about because you haven't had the experience of like facing consequences or making that mistake so you can learn. You know what I mean? Everybody makes mistakes. It's so cliche to say, we all hear it through our whole life, but we all make mistakes. I'm sure I've made tons of mistakes on this channel. I've forgotten characters' names. When I've been talking about a UFC fight, I've mixed up like a fighter. I've said like somebody was coming off of a certain loss that they weren't. You know, like, we all make mistakes. You know what I mean? Like, if we didn't make mistakes, we wouldn't learn anything. If we didn't make mistakes, we would all have like this intense ego about, like, all of us would. Because when you make mistakes, it strips that ego away from you. When you make mistakes, it's pretty much like the universe kind of going, oh, you thought you had all the answers? Oh, okay, cool. Check this out. Kadoosh! Like right on the chin, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. If you're not making mistakes, you're not progressing as a person. If you're not making mistakes, you're not learning anything new. Because whether it's in life or in discussion, when we're wrong, when we make a mistake, that's an opportunity for us to now learn new information. That's an opportunity for us to learn maybe some new resources and coping tools as well. So my go-to strategies, I always like think to myself, like, you know, well, good, you made a mistake. You're still human. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody makes a mistake. You just did that, but now you got to move on. So like, I don't know. Obviously, I'm not like, I know there's some people out there that'll probably like think, or they'll hit me up and be like, oh, well, what if a person does this to a kid or this to another person? It's not the mistakes we're talking about here, folks. We're talking about, like, you know, just mistakes that we all could make. You know what I mean? You go to buy fucking skim milk and you get 1%. You got nothing serious that's gonna like fucking jail time and fuck your whole life up. I'm not talking about those kind of mistakes. Maybe you plan to only have 1 or 2 drinks and you got a little tipsy. It happens. Don't beat yourself up about it. Maybe you wanted to work out that day, but instead you just didn't have the motivation. That's okay. It happens to everybody. Don't make it a habit, though. Don't make a habit of making mistakes and never learning from them. Because it's what I've heard it through my life, and I've said it through my life, is eventually a mistake will become a habit, and eventually that habit becomes the reflex. You know, like, instead of doing what's right or whatever, if you never learn from that mistake, you're gonna keep repeating those actions and telling people you're sorry or whatever, but you know you're gonna do it again, and so does everybody around you. So yeah, you gotta own your shit. You gotta offer an apology, solution, and try to move on from it. Don't dwell on it. Don't make it a habit. Also, don't let other people dwell on it too much and beat you down for it. You know you made the mistake. They know you made the mistake. You offer the apology. You offer the solution. You have a discussion with that person so at least you know how they're feeling. But don't let them beat you down about it, because that's just not fair. Everyone makes mistakes. You know what I mean? Again, don't make fucking habits of it. All right, my little picadillies. We're gonna end it for today. Thank you for, like, before we end it, just thank you for all the topics you guys have ever sent in. Thank you for the messages that I get from you guys. Everything, honestly. It's impossible for me to have an ego doing these videos and kind of just doing what I do on Instagram, whatever it is that I do. But it's impossible for me to have an ego because you guys have humbled me in so many ways possible. I realize now this is episode 85, so we're very, very close to 100 life lessons episodes. But yeah, you guys always humble me with your with the messages. You guys just certain beautiful things you guys have done for me. The topics you guys have sent in, I've been able to learn about so many different things in the world, whether it's something going on in the world, an event, or just different information in the world. So thank you for checking out this video. Thank you for always sending in topics, guys. Thank you for checking out all the other videos throughout this journey. Thanks for taking this ride with me. I don't know. You guys are fucking beautiful. I love y'all. I do. Some of y'all are just too fucking awesome for words. So, on that note, all my quiet kids, freaks, and weirdos, for the love of everybody, let's keep being weird.